Good morning, beautiful souls. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Monday. Happy Monday to all, guys. Today is a new day as we get ready to begin. All right, New York City, you are a winner. New York City, you are a winner at 211. All right, so if you was rocking with me, man, here you go. Here are some numbers for you. Shout out to New York City. 211 112 121. These are some numbers that you still could have. You still can consider playing some of these numbers. You still have 915 217 987 on the side. Don't forget your in and out numbers. Shout out to DC. We had 679, man. Someone told me, man, I want to, turn you on to something. And they was like, it's just something for you to watch. And I was watching it since last week. And I was like, man, I know good and well. Anything is expected in DC, right? Anything goes, man. Anything goes. We had 697, as you can see, guys. I have a few shorts out. And sometimes when you do look at the news, I know some of y'all be all on your bed, rubbing your lotion on your feet, all on your back, trying to reach back there. And you're looking at the news. We still watch the news, man. We have these phones now. They tell us everything we need to know. They get you in trouble. Sometimes they're good. Sometimes they're bad. But all into the weather last week and even yesterday. That's all you had was 697s and 66 degrees. A little rain and stuff like that. So I was like, man, that's all I see is 697, 769 in DC's weather, right? I mean, just thinking outside of the box, guys, because sometimes, you got to kind of get out of the norm. What does that mean, man? Your everyday thing. Like I said, guys, earlier in the, maybe a few months ago, I said, man, start taking new directions how you go to work. Start taking new directions how you come home. Just switch it up a little bit. You never know what you might just run into. You never know, guys. You might walk through a path that somebody just totally just prayed over, and you just walking into some kind of blessing right there. So try to get out of that normal type of thing. You don't have to go all extra crazy and buck U's in the middle way of the street and say third eye turn. No, I ain't telling you to do all that, man. Come on, y'all. Come on, slow down just a little bit. If it's nothing but just going around the block or just, a way that you normally take, you'll just take another street. I'm not asking you to burn rubber in the middle way of the street and roll your windows down and, let your arms and stuff hang out. No, that's not how it's supposed to be. All right, so shout out to DC at 697, man. We're going to look at some of these numbers. So I still like 610 in DC, guys. I know many might just still be playing it. 610, I still like 216. I'm going to still write these numbers down. These numbers are for DC. And another thing is I want y'all to watch out for. We're going to go 14, 16 in DC. This is all because I see 679. So 679 can take us a lot of places. What else do I see here? 679. Please watch out for 1444. I actually played it yesterday, right? Just watch out for it, man, because this number right here, let's see, this is a sum of 13, okay? This is a sum of 13. Those who don't know, you got to look at your sums. Okay, yesterday was the 10th, so we would have been living off of, if I'm correct, we take the 0 represents 5s. That's how people was missing out on their counting. Zeros are 5s, 3s. All of these numbers you see right here represents 10s, right? So if 1444 is a sum of 13, it fits right here, right? So you had to watch this yesterday on a Sunday, on Mother's Day. And shout out to all the moms. I know many are, took the day off. Some of y'all are still getting pampered, right? Some of y'all might have spa appointments today. The husband, the baby daddy still telling you, nah, man, we got one more round. Man, we still gonna hang out, man. Shout out to all of the moms. It's kind of been quiet. You can't change people's beliefs, right? Everybody say, they don't believe in something, but, you know, when it come down to the moms, man, moms are very important, man. So I know many might say pagan holidays, man-made holidays, man-made all of this alcohol, right? You know, if you want to get to it, so we can't say what we don't celebrate, and at the same time, you know, we just going crazy, you know, with the worldly life. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense, right? We don't celebrate pagan holidays. That's a man-made holiday. But I mean, you look on the, you look on every corner. There's a liquor store, right? So every time you pop a seal, I mean, who's responsible for that? So you're telling me you don't celebrate man-made holidays? You don't believe in pagan holidays? That means, you know, you don't partake in alcohol or something like that, right? If that's the case. If we want to get technical, right? So everybody got to sing a tune just to sound so super professional and just super intelligent, man. But come on, man. I mean, hey, but if it's good for you, go ahead and do what you do, man. But shout out to the moms, man. We love y'all this morning, man. You know, just keep doing what you're doing. You know, like I said, man, many are still getting pampered this morning. Later on today, somebody might even just get a brand new car with a bow. You know, you never know, man. You know, I see, you know, like I say, guys, I tap into certain things, man. I'm weeks ahead of myself. I just see a lot going on, you know, with the women, man. I just see that, you know, there's a guy somewhere right now, man, you know, probably just want to come back home, you know, just want to come back home, man, just want to do right, man. You know, for the men, man, we're not perfect. You know, we are not perfect human beings. We take shortcomings and falls, but I see a relationship getting together. Man, look, y'all be careful. I heard that there was like 2 new viruses going around. I believe it was on some kind of sailing, you know, some type of cruise, and I was like, here we go, man. You know, I just knew it. You could almost smell something in the atmosphere, man, when it's not looking right, man. So, you know, man, let's just stay, you know, whomever we serve, man, let's just stay prayed up at all times, man. Shout out to the parents this morning. You know, getting ready to send their kids to school. You know, man, I know it got to be a handful with all of this stuff going on, bullying in school and all this crazy stuff, man. You know, kids getting bullied to the point where they just commit suicide, man. Never be afraid or too tough to ask your son or your daughter how you doing today, man. Let me get a hug from you. You know, you never know. You might brighten up their day, or you never know. You might can stop them from harming themselves, guys. It's especially if you're a parent that's in the house. There's nowhere in the world you are a parent in the house and you haven't said over 5 things to either one of your children. Even if you have one, you haven't said nothing. All you do is text. Nah, man, open up the door. Let me holler at you. Come on outside. Come on out. You know, come on. You know, let's talk. Come on, sit down. How you doing today? Right? That's the type of stuff we need to be talking about, man. All that other stuff, man, irrelevant about stars and celebrities, what this person doing, man. We got our own stuff that we got going on in our houses, man, before we try to touch on some of these millionaires, man. We got enough going on ourselves. We got enough going on ourselves. So shout out to DC, man. Shout out to New York City. Share the page out with a friend, guys. And I just saw another page, a YouTuber with a beautiful little cat, man. The page got demonetized. YouTube is just something else, man. And I tell anybody now, don't get so used to YouTube checks. Because if that's all that you have to do and that's all you have to survive off of, you will be in trouble. You will be selling yourself out. You will be fraternizing with the enemy. You will just be making yourself look more crazier by the day, right? If YouTube is the only means you have to make money, you will be in trouble, man. People going to look at you weird, right? People going to look at you weird. It's just like that girlfriend sit around and just talk over mimosas and, man, I'm tired of this dude and I just can't stand him, and then she turn around, you're right back with him, and she looking at you like, sis, what? And then the same thing for the brothers, man. I'm tired of sis, man. Sis out here, man, coming in the house, man, all type of nice, and turn around, man, you right back with her. So come on, man, let's try to do better, man. You know, there's a lot of smart people out here, man. I'm sure you can find other, you know, avenues to make more money, man, a real way. You got some intelligent people out here, man. You know, many have graduated, man. You got some very smart individuals out here, man. You got some very smart individuals, man, but you don't hear much about them because it's not promoting foolishness, right? Anything that's promoting violence and, you know, all this kind of weird other stuff, you know, we tend to push it. You have people graduating, man, at the age of 16 from college, man, out here, man. You have so many doctors out here at a young age, man. I'm looking at some of these doctors, and I'd be like, man, this is amazing. This is very amazing, man. But you know, the story is never told. The story is never told. The story is never told. I remember doing some times, you know, going up Walter Reed, Georgia Avenue. Man, it was a GYN. She was actually a doctor, man, but I think she was stationed somewhere. And when I looked at it, I was like, I wonder how old is this? And they was like, man, you know, she's like the youngest in here, man, on this floor. That's not celebrated at all. The more I see us, man, you know, far as social media, that's why I got off of different platforms, man. I'm just turned off by some of our people, man. I'm really turned off, man. We look more foolish by the day. We look more foolish by the day. Half of the stuff that we say, we get up here and we talk. It seems like, man, you should kind of like go over what you want to talk about, man, because there are people holding the phone saying, man, bro, what is bro talking about, man? What's this talking about? Does this even make sense? How does this help anybody today? How does this help anybody today? So shout out to New York City, man, 211, man, we gone.